Talking Balls is back, and this week we have this, and this.
I'm gonna kick some darts.
And I'll be revealing my answer to this.
So come on, Flav, would you rather lose the semi-final to Chelsea than risk losing a final against Arsenal, your rivals?
So this week, Harry Redknapp became manager of Birmingham City. They've somehow gone from exciting young coach in Gary Rowett on the brink of the playoffs to having to rely on a semi-retired manager to save them from relegation, whose main aim will be to find semi-retired players on a free.
Oh, no, I'm not a winner, no, fuck off.
Tony Adams must be brewing, although he's already stolen a march on Redknapp by bringing in Nigel Rio-Coker and Kieran Richardson.
I'm gonna kick some darts. I'm gonna work them hard. I'm gonna kick some darts.
You can imagine the two going at it in an attempt to sign David Bentley, Emil Heskey, Matty Upson and Jermaine Pennant. All players that can be trusted. They've been around the block, they've been there and done it, they're proper leaders, proper men. 100% players, 110% players. They roll up their sleeves and they get stuck in. He's the player you'd want in the trenches with you. Speaking of which footballer would you want in the trenches with you? Let us know in the comments below. If you're asking Craig, Linvoy Primus, he's got the big man on his side. And I don't believe in God, so... The old firm returns this week, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, then I don't know why you're watching football. They're playing each other in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup this weekend, then a few days later in the Scottish Youth Cup, and then the weekend after, they're playing each other in the league. I don't know how fans of Rangers and Celtic do it. It's hard enough playing Arsenal twice in a year. The thought of doing it 3 times in a week, well, it makes me sick. And what of the city of Glasgow, a place that already has a lower life expectancy than Baghdad.
I'm so drunk I can barely see. Blood and health me get through another day.
And to be fair, after next week we'll probably look a bit like Baghdad and we'll probably have half the population. So Donald Trump's son is a gooner. Who'd have thunk it? Of all the teams that Trump's son could have supported, Arsenal was the team he chose. Now you can imagine Arsenal fans reading the papers, seeing the photo of Trump Jr. doing kick-ups in the garden, their heads drop in and the paper floating to the ground from their hands and silently, almost inaudibly, haven't we been through enough this season? Let's look at some of the other famous Arsenal fans that divide opinion. Osama bin Laden, Jeremy Corbyn, Fidel Castro and Rory McGrath. Now, I'm conscious that Ball Street may be seen as being anti-Arsenal. We have had a go this season. But it's just that Arsenal have had a big target on their back given the season they've had. And what I would say, as a football fan, you're paying in now. When things are not going well, you're paying in. And then the highs, when you do get them, they're just so much better. Isn't that right, James? Yeah. Any highs? This is the problem with success. It makes fans expectant. And to be fair, Arsenal have been on the cusp of glory for so long, you can understand why they're demanding.
It's that time. It's top comments time. And yeah,
I should do that again. I can't fucking have that going on the internet. What the fuck was I doing?
It's that time. It's top comments time. And
Alright.
top comments time, and let's go social club. Let's go straight there, because I've got a certain comment, and I've been getting comments because I got thrown under the bus by Paul Machin.
Someone from Ball Street South suggested that this would be a good topic because it would get people discussing and also probably make Arsenal fans froth at the mouth. This was James Alcott's idea.
So yeah, look, all this was, I haven't got this like anti-Arsenal agenda thing.
Yeah.
The question we had with my mates, and it was a good discussion, was how many Arsenal players will get in the Spurs side.
Yeah.
And so they just extended that to the rest. I haven't got this anti-Arsenal agenda, which at Sabifi tweeted me, stop your stupid agenda against us, doesn't exist. Chill out.
Out of interest, how many Arsenal players do get in the Spurs team? Do you?
I've got, who did I have? I had 3.
3?
I had Koscielny, I had Cazorla, and I had Sanchez.
Sanchez. But where does Koscielny get? I suppose above Dyer in
Up
that
front.
in front of Dyer in that 3. I'd take that.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
The team of the year has come out.
Yeah.
There are no Arsenal players in the team of the year.
Well,
so,
I can see their annoyance at that. I think Sanchez probably should have got in because despite Arsenal having a very abject season, he's still been stellar. So I can see their annoyance. They've been anointed. Their annoyance of that.
Yeah, I can understand their annoyance.
But does he get in front of Lukaku and Kane?
Probably
Well,
not.
he
yeah.
doesn't, does he?
Well, there's not space for him then. Well, I'll tell you what, let us know which players do you think should have been in the team of the year. Let us know in the comments below and we can have a chat about it.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Wordplay of the week goes to Anmol Kumar, Flav plus James equals Flames. Flaming hot.
Oh, we're both doing it.
Oh, right.
Just
that makes it uncool.
Yeah,
It's just you. It's
just
fine.
me, so that's
Right,
fine. So we've got a new podcast we're doing together.
We are.
One for the weekend.
So we're like we've just turned into a pop group.
Hi, we're Flames. And we've got a new podcast coming out called
One for the Weekend on the Long Ball Street podcast channel.
Audio, yeah. So we're doing a little preview to the weekend, brought to you by Fan League. We're talking about all the stories that are coming up for the weekend, and we're going to give some tips about who we think are going to be bankers and who are going to be...
Where the upsets are going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to check that out, then go subscribe to the Long Ball Street podcast.
Every Friday, comes out.
Lookalike of the week goes to Elliot Wharton, who said in Nicky from West Ham Fan TV's Mastermind, he said, Nicky looks like Fedor Emelianenko. Spot on.
It does.
Always like our lookalikes, so yeah, get them in the comments below, and you never know, we might show it next week.
Harry Kane on pills, apparently.
Another social club video this week. More of a time for me and you to have a quick chat at Flav. Semi-final weekend.
Oh, yeah.
In that social club, we're talking about the title race being back on. League Cup double. What could happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's massive, this game, this semi-final, because if Spurs win, the psychological damage that happens to Chelsea, it's going to be, it has to have an effect.
Don't come to Chelsea Football Club, all right?
Done, that's it.
I haven't allowed myself to even think that we could win, though.
What, or could you win a double? You could do a double. That's what
this
I
is
find crazy.
this is
won't happen.
as close.
Won't happen.
I mean, this is as close to winning the double as I've been in my lifetime. I mean, it's close to winning the league as I've been in my lifetime, but you know, it's going to be special. And then obviously on the other side, you've got Arsenal, Man City.
Yeah, and so here is a comment that, so my friend's friend is a massive Arsenal fan, and he said this. He said he wants Arsenal to lose against Man City this weekend because he cannot risk getting into a cup final, playing Spurs and losing to Spurs. So that is the question for this week. Arsenal fans and fans of any team, would you rather lose a semi-final so that you didn't have to take the risk of losing to your rivals in an FA Cup final? So come on, Flav, would you rather lose the semi-final to Chelsea than risk losing a final against Arsenal, your rivals?
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's the game's about fucking. I understand the sentiment about what your mate said. I can understand it because the horror of going into. I can understand the horror of going into the final with the thought of losing to Arsenal in the final is unbearable. But if Spurs beat Chelsea and then beat Arsenal in the final, this will go down as one of the greatest events in Tottenham's history.
Yeah.
I can't not have that opportunity. What's the point?
You're going all in.
All in. Or my chips are all in. And if we lose, it doesn't matter because I'm still belong to the better football club.
No agenda, honestly.
It's been a week in football where rivalry has perhaps spilled out into the realms of the unsavoury. In France, Bastia fans broke onto the pitch and had a fight with the Lyon players. Brøndby fans threw dead rats on the pitch in their derby against Copenhagen. And Tottenham fans jeered the injury to Jack Wilshere, which turned out to be a broken leg. The problem with rivalry is it makes supporters act in a way that they wouldn't otherwise in the everyday walk of life. Football is an escapism, a place to get away from how you have to behave day to day, and sometimes you can get caught up in the moment and misbehave. Naturally, you have to take the consequences for your actions, and so you should. But rivalry is what brings atmosphere to the game. Your home stadium is at its loudest when that lot from down the road turn up. And the weight of the game is heavier because it means more than the 3 points. It means getting one over on your rivals. It means ramming it down their throats when you've won. It means accepting it when you've lost. For 90 minutes, it means everything. Then the final whistle blows and you return to your life less the antisocial nutcase that some of the mainstream media would have you believe. If this is your first time watching Talking Balls and you liked it, you can watch last week's episode there and hit subscribe to Ball Street there.
Hey, guys, you as well at the back there, all the runners, everyone. Director, brilliant. Great job, thought it was good.
Where'd you get that t-shirt from?
I just new actually. It's good. It's kind of, it's like sort of, oh, I'm a hipster because I've got letters on the top. It's brand new. Do you like it?
I do like it.
Do you?
It's classy.
Not surprised.
Really nice.
I've been wearing it all week,
Just so it really bed it in.
What does it say?